stat line for all your stats. You have great signatures. You have great weapons that are good at punishing people that are trying to land. I think the biggest notable thing is that because of the back snap dash change, you're looking for weapons that have like a D-light or some sort of like moving hitbox that can punish people after they dash jump in and try to get out after the fact. So I think boots and gauntlets are both really, really good at that, both with D-light and side light for both of those legends. Also, N-light being very good at catching people that are doing regular dashes now, because regular dashes have become very popular because dash jumping or snap dashing isn't as good anymore. So these are all very notable things to look at, and I think Lil Mevv and Marker both know that, so they're playing these legends a lot.
I really do like the tempo we got here so far. Both these players are respecting the other. I did look it up. It is a 12 PR differential between these two players. So it could be a very close indeed. And we see, there we go, the Tesca signature kit. We did not see this enough from Marker in the winners finals. But Little Mevv showing what the Tesca signature kit is capable of off stage and getting a very early stock against Borgir here.
When you have a read and when you hit it, orb down, orb ground pound is one of the best ground pounds in the game. But when you don't and you whiff, you're just stuck there for so long. And we see Borgir now forfeiting another stock potentially away with the ground pound from the scythe, but that recovery will catch as Lil Mevv tries to chase horizontally and trade that stock away. But instead, Borgir closes out that stock with her recovery, and Borgir back in this game.
Borgir back in this game, indeed. Mevv trying to get this landing, looking for it, not trying to give an opening. The signature comes up a little shallow. Boy, that gives Borgir a chance to try and get something cooking with the scythe here. Just picking away with the neutral lights. Can't find much else here. Catches with a side light. Little Mevv backing up, reaching in. He's just the footwork. That these boots are made for dancing, and he is all over the stage trying to open up a good opportunity to get some offense going here. Reached up with the dare, can't find anything there either. Borgir can attack in just a little bit more with that side. Lil Mevv getting tossed over with the dare off stage. Borgir going for another one. Here we see the pressure, Lil Mevv breaking it up, and everybody's back on stage.
You make it back, catching that startup of that down signature, trying to reversal that situation, and the Borgir classic side-like active input up into that N-sig to close out that stock. Borgir making it look like Winters once again with an N-sig off the top, the classic from Borgir to close out that stock.
He desperately needs this extra credit here. He's deep in red on the second stock, and if you have an opportunity to get an advantage, there we go. Keep it going. He's out. Finish up. Ground pound whiffs. Unfortunately, Lil Mevv gonna back up. He let the side sig fly there just a little bit. Borgir's gonna get a good punish off of it. Sends him out with a Sayer. Swap it over to Orb. Now it's side light Sayer time. That's all he needs.
Got to be so careful too, trying to land with an N-sig on the fate to close out this game. Very, very real possibility.
Ooh, what's up with the recovery?
Dodges through that side air, man. The side air hits into the stage, so Borgir holds on to his stock. N-sig? Yes, it is. Borgir closes out that game with that N-sig anti-air, and after Lil Mevv got that
to me, being able to have the determination, I guess, to be able to hold off on pushing that button, to be able to wait for your opponent to drop right into where you want them to be and just kind of be in their own mind and put them where you want. And we're seeing Borgir start off with the scythe as well. Here, Sarah is Sidelight's gonna go ahead and send him off. Looking for another one. Dare is gonna toss back down. Recovery. Mevv, where's your options? They're completely gone in the early stock from Borgir.
I love when that happens, when you're just trying to intro a game and then it gets so serious because one player just completely clips the other and you just can't stop talking as you try to intro the game. Borgir already showing off his high-octane gameplay here. And we go back to Small World's end, and I'm just like, dude, I cannot believe we're going here versus Scythe, man. How many years has Sandstorm dominated players with Scythe Legends just like this? Just like Borgir is doing right now. That grab not connecting, but the N-sig will. Borgir, can you make it back to the stage? Yes, you can! Getting to the wall there, even getting hit by that side air and getting disarm, avoiding that down sig out. Going for the ground pound to reverse it was a down air. Maybe there was a chance, but Borgir falls into potentially the same trap as Mevv. Yeah, I mean, vision is definitely the word for it. It was a vision indeed.
Oh man, he went for it. But no harm, no foul. We're still very, very even here in game number 2. Borgir, of course, having that slight advantage. You see at the bottom of your screen. You don't need me to tell you that. Ooh, missed on the side light. Mevv gonna go ahead and get the we're trying to work in the down air, but Borgir gonna go ahead and shut that stock down. And we're looking like a very comfortable lead for Borgir here in game number 2, as he is showing no signs of slowing down here. Mevv trying to get a weapon, boots back on the feet, but okay, we're gonna get a little bit, reach up with the nair. That's gonna get punished. Borgir gonna whiff. Mevv's right behind him, gonna go ahead and get a 2-piece off of those boots. Borgir backing up, looking for the landing, can't find it, pulls the trigger on the neutral light, but a little Mevv reverses it, goes for the ground pound. Borgir looking for it, he's got one of his own, looking for another one. Is he gonna pull the trigger? No, Mevv gets back up on stage and reset back in neutral.
A side light from Borgir continues this aggression as Lil Mevv is trying to mix up these landings, finally getting one there with a down air into down sig. No weapon on Borgir, but able to pick up another site that's caused so much problems for Lil Mevv here. Side light waiting for a jump, doesn't find it there. The dodge comes out for both players at the same time. Borgir now on the wall. Lil Mevv knowing that a nair is inevitable, but a recovery is the thing that actually catches him at the end. The end light will send Borgir off stage once again, looking for this edge guard. Side air gets reversal by a side air from Borgir. The recovery catches Borgir trying to cover that stage control, and that center stage gets scooped up and scored with that recovery. Mevv now looking to try to make a miracle happen once again here versus Borgir, though. Tough story. Side air coming out here with the orb, and now really any option to find these KO sidelight into side air towards the wall. You had an N-Sig as well, charging up that N-Sig. He tries to read Lil Mevv, jumping back to center. Didn't find it there. N-Light on the dash forward, and Borgir now slowly inching forward towards Mevv. Mevv has to be careful because the sidelight side air will meet him where he stands, and Borgir takes game 2.
Okay.
We'd love to see that attempt here. I haven't seen Akuma in a hot minute, so I'm happy to see him once again here. He's my first main in Brawlhalla, so got to definitely give some love to Lil Mevv on this attempt to swap. But we'll see.
I mean, I like the swap. I think the Val's pretty good here.
You like Sword, you know, Sword's good.
Yeah,
Sword's the mashed potatoes of Brawlhalla, you know. I always say that.
It is kind of mashed potatoes of Brawlhalla. It does kind of go with everything. It does kind of fit into all situations. Mevv, though, trying to feed out, trying to bait out this offstage gameplay against this side from Borgir. The Nair's going to connect. So does that one. Borgir is in a bad spot. The signature connects. He misses the ground pound. Hits the recovery coming back.
Oh, no!
Borgir gets reversal. Are you kidding me right now? Oh,
I can't believe it.
He couldn't finish it.
Too many options for the Lil Mevv there to recover. Borgir, so much discipline there, though. Downlight is sending Mevv into the stage. The sider will catch Lil Mevv, and Mevv, no longer having any gauntlets on the hand, is going to look to pick up a sword here, trying to bait out the fact that Borgir is going to try to or baiting out the fact that Borgir thinks Lil Mev's going to go pick up a weapon, but he gets whip punished in the process now. Another side here, and Mevv without a weapon has no chance here, as the orb is just too dominant at controlling space. Unarmed into orb might be one of the worst matches for unarmed to face down, and Borgir now will have a one-stock lead with a scythe in hand and devious intentions in mind, as Lil Mevv puts himself off stage. Downlight, sending him off stage once again, looking for that sidelight, didn't get it there. Pick up on the sword for Lil Mevv here as he's looking for a sidelight, didn't get it there. Borgir now, once again, has devious intentions, not hitting much here, just trying to get those big combo starters. Delight into down air to get some damage, getting a down air out for Borgir on that dodge and place read. Borgir gonna have to put those cheesy kills aside now as he has to try to move forward in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. We see Lil Mevv trying to fight back here. There we go. Finally going to be able to confirm that stock.
Oh, no! Lil Mevv unable to make it back after a side air. Borgir taking his lucky stars as that stock take becomes a stock trade, and Borgir will take that trade every single time.
No way!
Buy low, sell high. Borgir is trading. Side air comes out there, recovery as well. They clash out. Borgir now with such a big lead and a scythe in hand. Devious intentions once again. Gibbs are on the table. Lil Mevv with an end light there, going for that downlight to follow up on a landing from Borgir. Does not find it. A down air from Borgir. Lil Mevv now trying to compose himself while he's getting picked apart by Borgir, while you're getting completely demolished. Going for a down stick there. Borgir will dip low and get a recovery there with the unarmed nair into recovery on the orb, and Lil Mevv is trying his best to keep himself in this game. Double sidelight. Borgir reversal with a nair. No side air to follow up. Down air from Lil Mevv now as he's trying his darnest to try to get some damage, but Borgir with a disarm with the end light, and it looks like all your hope, all your dreams were engulfed and extinguished in that last stock trade there. The N-Sig lets rip on that sword, and he's trying his best to get this stock outside. Will try to close out that stock on Borgir. He'll disarm in the process, but Borgir finds the scythe with no problems. The sidelight sending Lil Mevv off stage once again, and it is just so sad to see that this is how this stock will end. This game will end.
That sucks, bro. And I mean, it had been a misinput and just didn't have the options to get back, or maybe it wasn't, and he just thought he had the options. But that is so unfortunate. What?